little friends. This week we're going to be learning about some animals that live in the ocean. Can you think of any animals that live in the ocean? Fish, seahorses, sharks, whales, turtles, jellyfish. Good job. Well, today I have a story about some animals that live in the ocean. Now, some of them you might have heard of before, and some maybe not. This is called Somewhere in the Ocean, and this was written by Jennifer Ward and T.J. Marsh, so they are both the authors, and it was illustrated by Kenneth J. Spangler. He's the person who drew the pictures. Now, this story, it's both a story and a song at the same time, so I'm actually going to sing the story. Okay, and you might have heard this tune before. This is called Somewhere in the Ocean. And if you look at the cover, we're going to see all different kinds of animals that we're going to be reading about in our story. Okay, this is Somewhere in the Ocean. And here we see a turtle, big sea turtle, and a whale. Okay, so this is Somewhere in the Ocean. Somewhere in the ocean where the warm waters run, lived a mother manatee and her little calf one. Nibble, said the mother, I nibble, said the one. So they nibbled sea lettuce where the warm waters run. Somewhere in the ocean, in the waters clear and blue, lived a pod of orca whales and their little calves too. 1, 2. Splash, said the mothers, we splash, said the two. So they jumped and they splashed in the waters clear and blue. Oh, that looks like Nemo, doesn't it? Yeah, those are clownfish. Somewhere in the ocean, in a sea anemone, lived a mother clownfish and her baby fish 3. 1, 2, 3. Nestle, said the mother, we nestle, said the 3. So they nestled safe and snug in their sea anemone. You know what this is? This is a hermit crab. Some of you might have hermit crabs as pets. There's a hermit crab. Somewhere in the ocean, in a tide pool by the shore, lived a mother hermit crab and her baby crabs 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dress, said the mother, we dress, said the 4. So they tried on different shells in their tide pool by the shore. Somewhere in the ocean where the kelp forests thrive, lived a raft of sea otters and their baby otters 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Munch, said the mothers, we munch, said the 5. So they munched prickly urchins where the kelp forests thrive. Aren't they cute? Okay, these are tiger sharks. They're tiger sharks because they have those stripes on them like tigers do. Somewhere in the ocean where the seas and rivers mix, lived a mother tiger shark and her little pups 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cruise, said the mother, we cruise, said the 6. So they cruised and they hunted where the seas and rivers mix. You know what these are? Yeah, those are seahorses. And seahorses are actually fish, but they don't swim very well, so they use their tails to hold on to the seagrass, okay, so they don't float away too fast. Somewhere in the ocean where the seagrass grows so even, lived a father seahorse and his wee baby 7. Let's see if we can count the seahorses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on, said the father, we hold on, said the 7. So they held and they swayed where the seagrass grows so even. Okay, this is a big sea turtle. Somewhere in the ocean where the water shimmers late, lived a mother sea turtle and her baby turtles 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Paddle, said the mother, we paddle, said the 8. So they paddled in the moonlight where the water shimmers late. You know what that is? Yes, that's a jellyfish. Somewhere in the ocean, drifting slowly in a line, lived a mother jellyfish and her baby jellies 9. Let's see if we can count the jellyfish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Zap, said the mother, we zap, said the 9. So they zapped tasty tidbits as they drifted in a line. Okay, this is an octopus. Somewhere in the ocean, in a coral reef den, lived a mother octopus and her little babies 10. Let's see if we can count the babies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squirt, said the mother, we squirt, said the 10. So they squirted and they played in their coral reef den. Okay, so these are some animals that live in the ocean. There's many, many more, but these are just some of the ones that we read about today. All right, we have in our book, we saw that there were, know what these are? Yeah, seahorse, okay, and this green stuff is the seagrass. Well, we have a paper that we're going to do today, and this is what it looks like. Okay, this is the paper we're going to do, and we see the seahorse, and here's a fish, and this is the seagrass. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do a color code. Okay, we've done lots of these before. We're going to do a color code, and what we're going to do is we're going to, each letter is going to be a different color, and we're going to go over that, and then we'll go back and we'll color our picture. Okay, the very, very first letter on your paper is this letter here. What is that letter? A. Okay, next to the A, it says O-R-A-N-G-E. You know what color that is? That is orange. Take your orange crayon, and we're just going to color that word. So anywhere we see the letter A is going to be orange. Okay, our next letter is the letter B. Okay. So next to B, it says B-L-U-E. We're going to take this color, blue. We're going to color the word blue. So anytime you see the letter B, we're going to make it blue. Next to that, we have the letter C, or under that rather, and it says G-R-E-E-N. Okay, and that is the color green. Take your green crayon, and we're going to color the word green. Okay, now come over on the other side here, and we have the letter D. Okay, the letter D says P-U-R-P-L-E, and that is the color purple. Let's take your color purple, and just color that little space there. And then under that, we have the letter E. And next to E, it says Y-E-L-L-O-W, and that is the color yellow. And the last letter we have is the letter F. And next to F, it's P-I-N-K, which is the color pink. So we're going to color that pink. All right, so now I'm going to move the table closer so that you can see better. Okay, I'll move it nice and close. Is that good? All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to color our seahorse and our seagrass and our fish and our bubbles. We're going to use the code on the bottom. All right, so let's look at our very first letter. So letter A, and what color are we going to make all the A's? Orange. Okay, so let's look very carefully at our paper, and we can see all the way up here on that fish is the letter A. So we're going to color that fish orange. Now make sure you're looking at your paper, boys and girls, okay, because we want to make sure that we're using the right color on the right space. So that's the letter A. Do we see any more A's anywhere? Nope, I think that's the only one. All right, our next letter is the letter B. Okay, what color are we going to make the B's? Blue. All right, now these are very small. It's like B is for bubbles, so it looks like these little bubbles here are going to be blue. Okay, so color those little bubbles in blue. B makes the B sound, so does bubbles. All right, do we see any more B's anywhere? I don't think so. Okay, so we'll put that down. And our next letter is the letter C. What color are we going to make the letter C? Green. Okay, so take your green crayon now, and we're looking for the letter C. Okay, so here's a C, part of his eye around here. So we're going to do that green. And where else do we see? Oh, here on his belly is the letter C, so we'll color this part green. Okay, let's see if we find any more C's. Okay, there's no more on there. Oh, it looks like the seagrass is green. So we're going to, there's the letter C, so we're going to make all of the seagrass. We'll make all the seagrass green. Okay, so this whole big section. And if you remember from our story, the seagrass that the seahorses were holding on to was green. Okay, so a lot of times they'll spend most of their day just holding on with their tails, holding on to that seagrass and just swaying back and forth. Since they're not very strong swimmers, they just like to hold on to the seagrass and sway back and forth. Okay, so that's how they spend most of their day. Alright, so here we have our seagrass. We make this all green. This is a big space in here, and come into these little areas on the top. Okay, the seagrass grows up from the bottom of the ocean floor. Okay, so there we have our seagrass. Okay, our picture's starting to look really pretty. We color this last little piece here. And there's our seagrass. Do you see any more letter C's anywhere? I don't think so. All right, our next color then is going to be, looking for the letter D, and that's going to be what color? Purple. Okay, so take your purple crayon, and wherever we see the letter D, we're going to make it purple. So it looks like the seahorse's body all in here, all the body, not those little spots, but the rest of it is going to be purple. Okay, this is the seahorse's body. We'll make this purple. Okay, so move carefully and all the way up in here a little bit. Okay, so here's our seahorse's head. And go around those little spots, because we're going to make those another color. Go around those spots. Okay, so just look at your paper so you can do a nice job. Okay, so here's the letter D. This is all part of his body. Okay, so go around. It's a little tricky going around these little spaces, but I think you can do a pretty good job. Okay, you just take your time. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to go around his little tail here. His tail comes around and it curls. It curls around so we can hold on to that seagrass. They don't have arms, not really. They're little wings, or little fins rather, but they hold on with their tail. Their tail is nice and strong. Alright, so there's our purple. And then we have yellow for letter E, and here we see the letter E. So take your yellow crayon now, and we're going to do wherever we see the letter E. Okay, now remember with your yellow you want to press nice and dark. Okay, so here's the letter E. On the outside here we have our letter E. And then on his fin here, or his little tail, we have another E. Not his tail, his little fins rather. This is his tail down there. Okay, some little fins there. We make the letter E. Okay, and we have one more letter, and our letter F is our last letter, and we're going to make this pink. Now these are very tiny spaces. Okay, so these little spots on your seahorse's body there, we'll make those little spots pink. Okay, so what do you think? Looks cute, right? Okay, good job everybody.